For more than 20 years of my life, I was strung out on crack cocaine, and as a result of my crack addiction, I became a street prostitute, and I was arrested repeatedly and incarcerated repeatedly.
Started my life of crime around 87, started hustling. 88, 89, I caught my first charge, got probation for that, got smacked on the head. Still trying to figure out the right way to do wrong. 89 or around 91, my mother passed her birthday in 91. I made my mind, I ain't hustling no more drugs. They already had a pending warrant on me. Picked me up 6 months later. I caught 12 years for conspiracy to traffic, which I did 4 years on that.
Thousands of offenders, approximately 98% of those removed from our streets will be returning to our communities. In many cases, no home to return to, no job, and lacking many of the skills needed to get a job. Without opportunities, studies have shown approximately 2/3 of these individuals will reoffend, and in most cases, as early as 3 years.
So now, here you come with a background, with a criminal record, with a jacket this thick, and you want the employer to hire you. Well, you got to do something a little bit different then. You're going to have to show some change. Not only outwardly, inwardly.
I decided that I would use my past as a place of reference and not residence. I'm not a tree. I can move. I don't have to live there. What's done is done. And you can't change the seasons, but you can change yourself. And if you will change, everything will change for you. If you will change, everything will change for you. I'd like to find out who we've got in the room today.
I'm Dennis Gaddy. I currently serve as the Executive Director of Community Success Initiative, a nonprofit organization based in the Raleigh-Durham Triangle area. Community Success Initiative is a concept and an idea that was birthed out of a desire to help people connect to personal development and leadership principles for everyday people. And I guess if I could maybe sum it up in a tagline, it would be, which is our tagline, is to help people get from where they are to where they want to be.
Just hold on here, bro.
The reality of it is that Community Success Initiative was actually birthed on a prison bunk that belonged to me. Okay, made some very poor choices in the late 90s that ended up in my own incarceration for 5.5 years in the North Carolina Department of Corrections.
Okay, your history has nothing to do with your destiny.
My background is leadership and personal development, spending 18 years in that field and kind of teaching personal development. And while I was incarcerated, connected with the opportunity, I guess is a better way to put that, to help people who were incarcerated along with me set goals and to learn how to read and get their GED. And it was out of that work that actually gave me the thought of, well, actually prison is just a geographical location, but people are still here who want to accomplish something in life. And although they were there because of some mistakes they had made or we had made, it was an opportunity to freeze the frame, if you think about it that way, and begin to think about how we can change our lives.
I asked him specifically to come on and be the chairman of our prison committee for the North Carolina NAACP because he knows this work so well and does it so passionately. Our desire is to have people have branches of the NAACP inside of prisons to help with this issue of recidivism.
Why don't we just start here?
Name's Lance Perry. I'm 41 years old. I've been doing construction work for 20-something years, and now they ain't built no houses, ain't no construction going on. Can't find a job doing nothing else. I mean, I ain't applying for a job for a bag of groceries. They won't even give me one because of my record and stuff, being a ex-con and all. So that's basically where I'm at right now.
Good to have you, brother. Good to have you.
Yes.
My name is Mark Bristol. I'm 24. I just was released from a federal prison on February 23rd. I'm now in a federal happy house. I'm just trying to find some assistance for a job at anything, school, anything.
Our clients, as it were, could be anybody from age 18 to 65, and all kinds of issues and all kinds of circumstances. The big four, if you kind of look at it that way, of the needs of the people that come to us are jobs, housing, education, and human services. And that human services piece is a piece that we kind of dwell on. Obviously, when a person comes to us not knowing kind of what to expect, primarily their first request is that they need a job. And although we hear that, that may not be our first plan of action, because we know that primarily it's usually not just about the job. Anger management issues, dysfunctional families, people have been separated from their families even prior to incarceration. So there are a lot of issues that are connected to employment that are kind of hidden below the surface.
I started the change process when I was incarcerated.
Okay.
So right now I'm just trying to continue my change process.
Good.
People come from jail or prisons. Some people will never go back. They make mistakes the first time and they learn from their experiences and never go back to jail. But you have others that go and come. What they're liking is somebody to sit down with them and help them and show there's somebody that cares. You can make it. You know, with a lot of companies and a lot of employers, you have to do a lot of record checks, and if you've been in prison, that's the first thing that's flagged.
Since I've been laid off in November, nobody. I've applied everywhere, Raleigh, Clayton, Smithfield. So, and I've been coming here so much, that's how I heard about this.
Good. Welcome.
A lot of people get turned away, so they get disgusted, and that's the reason they commit more crimes and go back to jail. More prison.
To advocate for you.
That's why I came here. Yeah. Get a foot in the door.
Yeah.
Because I can't get in the door by myself anyway.
And that takes time, y'all.
That cycle has got to be broken, and you need that support from community success initiatives in order to be able to take that stand and know that you can do it and be guided, because people on your own, it's very difficult to find jobs, to get to employers that will hire you. They need that belief in the program itself in order to take that next step and offer the employment possibilities. And that breaking the cycle and that repeat offending, that's exactly what we do. We try to do that in the court system, and we need the resources in the community that actually work in order to make our jobs better and also to put people back financially on their feet.
I spent 23 years as a guest with the North Carolina Department of Corrections. I went in prison, a young man, and came out an old. I went in prison from a job of good pay and prestige in the community. I put myself there when I come out. All of those doors were closed, and I knew they would be closed for the rest of my life. Period. I had two choices. I could lay down and whimper, or I could suck it up and go on. Dennis Gaddy and all of our staff, we've got a program. We got a program we believe in. We got a program that we think will help you accomplish some wonderful things in your life. But it's going to take some discipline on your part, and some work on your part, and commitment on your part, and maybe some tears and some sweat and all these things to get there.